Hello there. I wanted to experiment working on a different type of a surface today. I found these wood paneled plaques, I guess you could call them, that look kind of like crates at Michael's, and I thought it was really cute and would be a great substrate to make a painting on. And so I am going to see what I can come up with here. I thought I would first cover this in some black gesso. You can use white gesso. I just kind of feel like going with something different this time, so I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna pour this out a little bit and on a palette here, and just go ahead and cover this whole surface with the black gesso and let it dry. And I'm going to go ahead and I won't bore you with this, and I will finish painting this and then I'll be back. Okay, this is pretty much dry. It's a little wet in spots, but I didn't do a perfect job because I'm not going for the perfect look. But I'm actually going to take some sandpaper, and I kind of want to sand some of these. I don't know if this is going to work really well, actually. This is a soft wood, but I actually wanted to get the scratches. I actually really love sandpaper, using it in my art. I'd kind of forgotten about it, and then the other day I was doing something on a wood panel, and sorry, I probably shouldn't do that and talk at the same time. It's probably really loud. I was doing something on a wood panel, and I decided to make some scratch marks with sandpaper, and I remembered how much I love it. But these parts of the wood, here I'll zoom in a little bit. It's going to add some nice texture anyway, so sorry about the lighting changes. I don't really have great lighting in my studio, and it's nighttime, and so you're going to get some fluctuation in my lighting here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a layer of paint. Let's see, I kind of want to do this emerald green color. And what I'm going to do is add sort of a light layer actually this is a little bit thick. I'm going to add some glazing medium just to kind of thin it out a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to end up taking part of this off, but I'm trying to sort of get that shabby chic look, I guess you could say. I want to add a layer and then be able to see still the black underneath. I love black with either this color of green or like a teal or a turquoise. I just love that. Kind of gives it that old worn barn wood look. So I'm very loosely and lightly and randomly going over this. I'm not being precise. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit, and then I'm going to go over again with another color. Okay, so I've let this dry, I'm going to use my sandpaper again and kind of scratch off some of this. Okay. So I want to go over this with yet another color, and I think I've decided I want to do, actually first I want to add some of this scarlet red. This is going to seem very bright, but I'm going to tame this down. I think I'm going to use the same brush. Just get it, wipe it off here. And I'm very lightly going to go over this and just add some streaks of this scarlet red. This is a very pretty, this is actually Daler Rowney cadmium scarlet. Not cadmium. Yeah, cadmium scarlet, sorry. Very beautiful color. Actually, this brush is a little too big for me. I have some of these brushes that have been ruined, and I use them now for scrubbing paint on, like dry scrubbing, and they're perfect because I've already flattened them and ruined the original shape, and they just now make like a little scratchy texture when I use them. I'm already really loving working on this surface. I think it's always fun to experiment with different surfaces and see what you like best. You know, I often paint, I do a lot of commissioned custom pieces for people, and I usually do those on canvas. And although I do like canvas, what I'm finding is over time, I actually prefer wood panels. Like, for example, these from my local art store. Just these cradled wood panels, because they don't give when you're pressing into them, so it's easy to collage, it's easy to stamp, it's easy to stencil, press into. Plus, I just love, like, the hardness, it's just a really easy surface to work on. Although there are times when I really like canvas, I feel like it holds the paint well. It's all a matter of preference and what you're trying to do. Alright, I want to scratch this down just a little bit. The lighting. One of these days I will be able to afford better lighting for my videos, so I appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and who have liked my videos and who continue to watch. I just really, 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 really appreciate you and cannot thank you enough for being supportive and subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. I really enjoy making them. So this is what I have so far, and I think what I want to do now is add a layer of gray. And I have some golden gray. If I can find it. I'm going to have to go off camera to find it. Okay, I found it. I have this golden neutral gray, and trying to figure out how I want to put this on. I think I'm going to use my Catalyst flexible scraper tool here. I love this thing. I've mentioned it before. And I'm just going to go over, let's see. I know it looks like I'm covering all this up. And sometimes you guys, some of you have asked me, why do you cover up your cool backgrounds? I made a video of sort of me explaining why I do that, but I'm going to wipe this back. You'll see. Okay, before this gets too dry, I'm going to spray it. I know it's wood, but I think it'll be okay. You know, one thing was, well, I put the layer of gesso down, I suppose. That was sort of a sealer, but I could have done like a layer of clear, like matte medium or something, or gloss medium first. But I wanted the look of gesso and then the paint to stick onto that rather than a gloss. So what I'm going to do is take a paper towel, now that this water has sat on there for a little bit, and I'm going to start dabbing this up. So I've never painted on this kind of surface before, so I'm kind of learning here as I go along. But I do this a lot in my paintings, this little method of spraying and wiping up, and it actually works a lot better on canvas. Probably because this is a much more porous surface and the water is blending in, or being absorbed into the wood. So this is not turning out the way I had envisioned in my mind. So now I really want to try to scrape this back. Okay, so I wiped this, or scraped it back more with my little card here. But I've lost that red, and I'm thinking I want to go a deeper red. So I've got my cadmium red, medium hue here, and I'm going to add some red back. I'm kind of missing that black too, so I may have to go back. Oops. You know, I'm not good about cleaning my mat here, and so I often get little pieces of stuff. I think I may want to go back to my brush. Let's see. Let's just sort of see the difference here. Well, now that's mixing with the gray because I didn't let it dry. And it's turning pink, and I don't really like that. Well, this is all part of the experimental process. And all I'm doing here is creating a background for something. Don't know what yet. I don't really have anything in mind. I'm thinking text. This just seems like the kind of... Okay, I'm going to have to go back over this with black when this dries, because I want it to be darker. Anyway, I'm thinking this will be a great little sign with like text on it. And I can add some floral or a bird, something like that. But I just wanted to do a quick little video of making a background on a different surface than I normally do. I really do like this texture though. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit more and then I'll be back. Okay, so I added some more of the black gesso back because I had some still left. So I did that, and I'm liking the way this is looking. I'm just going to add some more scratches. Okay, wipe off the dust. And then I think I'm just going to do some of my normal techniques that I do. And I think I'll probably just fast forward that part and go from there.